long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, give your heart to it and stay strong. Stay strong.
That quote you just heard was from the late, great Nipsey Hussle. It's a funny thing, really. We don't pay as much attention to people as we should when they're alive. We only begin to appreciate their true value and understand what they stood for when they die. I listened to Nipsey a little bit back in the day, but it's only now I've grown older and transitioned into a better mindset that his lessons really speak to me on a personal level. And you don't have to have come from the same background as him to find value in what he was saying. He was in the streets for most of his life. He had a worse upbringing than most of us can claim. But in the end, he overcame all that adversity, everyone's misconceptions of who he was because of where he was from. Sometimes it's the people who come from the worst circumstances who end up having such a positive influence on other people. He outgrew the street life and all of his self-limiting beliefs. Every doubt that he had in his head that was telling him he couldn't be successful and that he was to stay where he was for his entire life. But his path to success was not linear. He made many mistakes along the way, many mistakes that would shape him as a person. And that's what I wanted to make this video about. But what is a mistake without the lesson? It might sound like some obvious shit, but I've been listening to this a lot and feeling quite introspective about how this relates to me. And I realised that sometimes it's my impossibly high standards that are holding me back, and the fear of making a mistake and looking stupid. And nowhere does that apply better than this YouTube channel. I've wanted to do this for so long. I watched other self-improvement YouTubers and thought, I could do that, but something held me back from getting in front of the camera and pressing play. And that was this fear that all of us go through of making a mistake. But there are lessons to be had in every mistake we make. There's something we can take away from that and use it to improve ourselves. That's what self-improvement's all about. It's an uncomfortable process, but in exposing ourselves to discomfort and willingly making mistakes, this is how we become the best version of ourselves over time. Some of us will fail 100 times before we succeed, but it's these moments where we find out who we really are. How are you going to respond? Are you going to withdraw to your comfort zone? Or are you going to be the man everyone looks to be the leader, to be the alpha? Every man is defined by his reaction to a given situation. In Nipsey's case, it would have been, how would he react to losing some of his friends to the streets? How would he have reacted to hearing about people's preconceptions of him and his area? Would he have given in to the negative influences around him? Or would he have been his own man? In my case, do I quit because of the discomfort of putting videos up of myself online? Or do I push through it and become the man that I've wanted to be for most of my life? Will you be defined by other people's expectations of you? Or will you live your life as a free and capable man? Whatever you do, give your heart to it and stay strong.